what was the first indication? Because I'm sure there was like early over the bow shots that hinted at what was to come, but probably wasn't recognizable at the time. Like, oh, there's something like a global meme is going to happen on our backs.
Right. When we started to notice a trend, it was when our own country came after us. When Canada started to viciously attack us, that's when we knew there was something more than just maybe a writer trying to put some sizzle down for their editor, and hopefully sell a couple of magazines or whatever. It turned, from those sort of, shots about maybe somebody's haircut or some, bullshit like that. And then Canada the Canadian media kind of came after us, and they had been friendly with us to that point. And that was, I think, when we recognized that the sentiment was somehow changing to the tall poppy syndrome, which, I don't know if you're aware of the tall poppy syndrome, but it's very much, I believe, an English phenomenon, which Canada derives a lot of their culture from the English culture. And it's that when the tall poppy grows taller than all the others, it must be cut back down to size to be just like everybody else, because it's grown beyond its means, or beyond its right. It's sticking out too much. And, in that culture, the ultimate sort of the ultimate position to be in is one of conformity and being like everybody else. Even if you're successful and doing well and living your dream, that's kind of an offense.
Did you get it in the actual interviews where beforehand it was warmer and fuzzier, and then suddenly it became more of a combative, hostile sort of tit for tat?
Let me tell you, I've seen that. I've seen it where the person was nice and friendly until the camera or recording device started rolling, and then they just started coming after me, which...
this
was a surprise. Yeah, just like this person. And there was other cases, and this didn't happen to me. This hasn't happened to me so much as it's happened to my brother. But for him, it's been particularly amazing in that, he would meet the journalist, do the interview with the journalist, go great, have a great interview, really, relating on a human level, and, maybe almost getting to the point where you think you made a new friend. And then you see the finished product and it's just a complete hit job, just absolute hatchet job. Chad told me a story once about how he recently, just recently in the last little while, a guy walked up to him. So he was out somewhere, and some guy walked up to him and said, "Hey man, nice to meet you. You're Chad from Nickelback, right?" And he said, "Yeah." And the guy goes, "Yeah, I used to write for Rolling Stone magazine." And Chad's like, Rolling Stone has been outspokenly negative toward us, very vicious toward us. So,
let's call it warlike hostile.
Okay, hostile, sure. Anyway, this journalist said, "Hey, I got to tell you a story." He said to Chad, "I got to tell you this story. You might get a kick out of it or whatever." And Chad says, "Sure. It's all fine. Tell me what your story is." And the guy said, "Yeah, I wrote I was asked to review one of your albums." He said, "I can't remember which album it is now." He was asked to review one of our albums, and he wrote a very, very detailed and well thought out review of the album, and it was positive. The guy said that the record was good. That
we can't have that.
He took it to his editor, and his editor just said, I'm not going to print this. And the guy was like, why? And he said, "Because we here at Rolling Stone are very anti-Nickelback. We do not like Nickelback. We can't write good things about Nickelback. So go back and retool it, find the negative. That's what sells for these guys. You write negative things about Nickelback, not positive things." And for that journalist guy, it was a big lesson for him that day that, ultimately what he didn't understand, or he was coming from an altruistic place of being an objective journalist who, just listened to an advanced copy of a record that wasn't even out yet. And he liked it and he thought it was good. And here's all the reasons why he thought it was good. But no one wants to read that. We don't want to hear the story about, the happy ending. What we want to hear about is how somebody's big, rich, famous, and we're going to take their pound of flesh publicly. That's more like what people like.